Greetings everyone, this is me trying to fix my mic here, Zara Berserk. The world with its, Dua Gomet, it's not Thursday night, there are some elders or something here. I guess they were coming here from Canada to punish me or something. Uh, Thinking that, maybe this cult offer, because of what I said to that Malik, right? Or what? Well, you're biased, I know, because you wouldn't punish the Shias for the ones they have killed on apostasy, who have been brave enough to even talk about their doubts and things and talk now, right? Out loud. Confining women and killing apostates and the injustices where this justice of Islam doesn't reach people, although we thought Islam had the best social justice. Social justice law given to us by Islam, the best, and economy, and this finance, and zakat system. So I was just wondering, time and again, I become quite psycho. I have this energy and dying feeling, right? Righty, so I just heard Sri Ravi Shankarji's video on that. I remember my principal long time ago of my childhood school, Nadia Ali one. She used to hit students on the knuckles. And then I told my mother that I would not go to school. You'll have to tell my principal that not to hit me on the knuckles. So this is what when Sri Ravi Shankarji started to talk about the knuckle hitting, that your teachers would want to punish you, hit you on the knuckle, or be very stern. They're doing it for your own good, but it hurts. So remember your times, because since Sri Ravi Shankarji said that Jesus Christ said, Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing. I just destroyed Christianity anyways, right? In one of the live streams where then cult offer came and tried to, with his genius self, tried to tell me another point which I couldn't get because I'm dumb. I got cognitive dissonance with it. And threatening me about against my YouTube live stream. They thought थोड़ा सा दहदर कर दे इसको, जो इसको हो रहा है पागलपन में, ये नहीं करे मेरी बेटी को. And you know the law in Canada. So Surah Hasharat, right? Law in Canada. नहीं, मैं कोई घर वर नहीं तोड़ूंगी, ना किसी बेटी को मैं हाथ लगाऊंगी. But yeah, Mr. Satir, say mean what you say what you mean. But ऐसी नौबत आई है कि I do not, I don't know. So कनाडा का लॉ तो इस कॉल्ट ऑफर को वो कर सकता है, सेव कर सकता है, लेकिन अभी मैं एक देने वाली थी, तो वो जो है ना, फिर मैं रुक गई कि नहीं, शायद ये क्या हो रहा है, एंड आई टर्न टू Paramahamsa Vishwananda, and then I checked some videos, right? So, लेकिन श्री श्री रविशंकर जी ये भी बोलता है कि वो टीचर जो है बोलते हैं कि उस वीडियो में कि how to वो वीडियो का टाइटल है like how if someone hurts you how to deal with that. So he says कि when the teacher came to him to hit him on his knuckles, तो वो नहीं कर सका उसके आइज़ को देख के ना, फेस को देख के श्री श्री रविशंकर जी के. So the students started to shout, partiality, partiality, partiality. So elders and cult offer and all that doesn't seem like, I don't know, cult offer doesn't the first yeah, before I forget कि ये कनाडा का born है, like ऐसे English कोई सही नहीं है, maybe it's pretending, I don't know, but it doesn't seem like originally from Canada. You know, seems like a Pakistani or someone, because his English is not great, and I heard Canadian schools are higher in this English and all than even United States, you know, schools. So if you're born and brought up and you've studied in Canada, English has to be, your English must be perfect, near to perfect, yes. That's what I gathered. So I was going to give a again because because there's this energy here, and then I try to cool myself down and say forget it, but then again like I can't rest. In my guts there's this horrible feeling. So some people might disagree as usual. Like I don't feel there are many people who will agree to what I'm doing and the way I'm doing it. And they won't even understand the mental illness or what I'm going through here. And it was very quick that called offer apologized to me. So, okay. But yeah, be stern. Shri Shri Ravi Shankar ji said, forgive, but don't forget these people, right? So I don't know if it's a she or a he, this called Hoffer. And in my madness, I know what I said in the live stream to him. So everyone feels sorry for themselves at the end of the day, right? To be helping someone, or you have to forget yourself. If you remember yourself, then you would want to punish the other person, for sure. So Jesus Christ also said, he who has not sinned shall cast the first stone. So if you are a pope, Christian pope, or some very on a high level, or even a Shia, eminent religious scholar, You may think that you have the right to punish people, but you're not living their lives. And how old is Kaltoffer's daughter? So I also had a tragedy in my life, very young. So pretending to understand and punishing a person who is mentally challenged and all, but you won't punish those. You won't get those Shias who punished. Now again this person has come. Salahuddin. Salahuddin, thank you, but I don't, yeah, if you don't go with reason, then it drives me insane. So don't tell me that I didn't warn you, brother. It can drive a person insane. Salam, sister. May peace, love, and blessings be always with you. We work for peace, love, and blessings. Thank you so much. And we have to forget ourselves at times. If you want to give peace to someone, we also have to work for it. And it's been very hard to work for peace in any family member, with any family, you know. You get, I've seen that you have to forget yourself. If I didn't forget myself, it comes back to you. Another thing is that love and blessings, my mother has prayed for blessings for me. Blessings don't come like that. You see, because in the Quran, there are curses. Against the disbelievers, and as an ex-Muslim, then I would be a disbeliever. And if you die a disbeliever, right? So Allah, angels, just missed the comma, and what else is there? Amen. Curse. Who? So Salahuddin, what am I? Surely those who disbelieve and die while they are disbelievers. These it is on whom is the curse of Allah, and the angels and men, all. Surah Baqarah, ayat 159 to 162, Al-Mizan. Oh no, this is the Shia thing. 161, bad gateway. Surah Baqarah at 161. God knows when my God is going to come. Indeed, those who disbelieve and die while they are disbelievers, upon them will be the curse of Allah, and of the angels, and the people altogether. So what do you mean by blessings? That could be out of Islam. Because when I die, and I die because I'm going to die as a disbeliever according to Islam, this verse, right? Because I'm never going to come to Islam. So this would mean that Allah, the angels, and the people all together curse me. You're not even allowed to stand at the grave, right? Or come to that, um, the funeral of a disbeliever, according to Islam. If you read this verse, and then according to your own school of thought, so this, and no, so I was just wondering, okay, I'm trying to figure out what Goldhofer was trying to do here, and so I was on that. Okay, so back to that. Uh, and I, because many people would want to kill, oh no, maybe they would want to try and get Paramahamsa Vishwananda, because, he's a strict person, a strict guru master. He's actually, yesterday I was frantically calling out to Kalki Avatar when I felt very lonely and all that. And so I may have made a mistake by not understanding and my cognitive dissonance, what Kalthofer was trying to tell me. But you could have, said better, but you didn't. So, एक आह निकली ये सुनकर दिले शिकस्ता से. So maybe Canada can save your daughter. And you can come threaten me by planning it. Let her then get angry. But put your daughter in my shoes, right? God forbid. Right? No. Whoever tried to punish me, here. I mean, on Facebook, what I said against Malik Salahuddin, and then went on the principle. You know why? Because there are many things. I thought he was Mickey Malik's relative or someone. Oh, there's still something going on here under my skin on my left side. So you brought out, okay, you pinched, or I misunderstood you, and very early you apologized. This Kalthofer. Okay. Be stern, yes. So beat the person up. You have no this thing of love, or the person is mentally unwell. Anyways, we'll see what. I can't even believe half of the things coming to me. because I want evidence. I don't know who's done this. So that's why I have to come out. The voices are saying, बहुत स्पेशल हो रहा है, not just today, but many days back. So maybe, like my grandaunt said, but she also had stomach cancer, and I wondered why is God uh, punishing the innocent? My grandaunt was a service lady, very humble, and she didn't get married or anything because she loved someone and he married someone else, and she was quite quiet. She never told me that. Someone else told me about that. So what a lady she was, really graceful. What a humble and down to earth service lady, never busy and all this. She brought out the best in me, and I loved her like anything. Mimi, I used to think, Allah, why can't I be like her? A simple service lady. I remember, when my aunt, her niece was living with us, and she had college exams in her college. Uh, Mimi would come to our place, and early morning, you know, make tea, prepare for my aunt, her niece, and then sit on the floor there in the big room where we made it a bedroom. She never punished anyone, but her loving ways, her kind, simple ways brought out the best in me. And there were people, there was this one person who pulled her hair and everything, and I said, uh, don't hit Mimi. I, shouted out, don't hit Mimi, pulling her hair and all that. But still the people, there are some people who would do that. So she had cancer, and I was wondering why, all the time wondering that since I had chronic fatigue from the age of 20, 21, I realized 21 that this is chronic fatigue because I read in the magazine article, Cosmopolitan or some magazine, that there is something like chronic fatigue. I was in Karachi and I was reading, I think at the age of 20. So I found this magazine and I found out about chronic fatigue syndrome. Now it's called ME. And if you've even seen the movie Moulin Rouge, or the person gets so frustrated, starts throwing things and all. Maybe didn't I see this in Moulin Rouge? Because he was challenged physically and all, and used to drink, I think. I can't find that scene anymore, but the first time I saw that movie, I think I saw that in that movie, Moulin Rouge, I felt that he was frustrated and he became violent at times, like inside in his house, on the, like, throwing things around and all this. Not hurting anyone but himself with his rage. Okay, so this Mimi, so my grandaunt used to say, it's in our in her in my our language, Koja Cindy, what is it? That when, let me translate it in English, that, what is that? लाजी लाठी में आवाज़ ना है. Allah Jiladi. God's stick doesn't have a sound, but when it hits you, लेकिन जड़े लगे थी the बेइलाज आए. So, but when it hits someone, like when it hits, then it is without cure. Without cure. So the punishment of God I'm waiting for against my tormentors. And then we have these brutal people who pretend to care and all this. Or they want to punish you for your own good, maybe some teachers. But I told my mother in my childhood when she kept, she sent me to school when I was 2.5 years old. And when I saw my principal up, looked up and in that classroom, hitting the knuckles of students with the ruler, I went home and I said, Amma, I'm not going to go to school. So you have to tell the principal not to hit my hands with knuckles, with the ruler on the knuckles. So since she was Irani, we used to learn Naad Ali, and she would have Imam Ali Raza's tabut there, majlis, on his martyrdom. Anyway, so this, and where are my glasses now? Um, so I made a mistake, and you could have, it's okay to look good. I mean, no, but you could have calmed me down. And this is very dangerous here, virtual, all this, because you don't know who the person is behind. Another thing is there's this Malik Salahuddin. I don't see his face because it triggers he sent me a message after my this college principal's birthday, and so thank you for telling the word, and also how insane I can get, and also not acting good with me. I mean, that's good, yeah. So you don't show off that you are greater than me or something. But I do get psycho, and I cannot explain why and what goes on in me. I cannot control it. So I would advise those to come here who would use reason, Islamic reason and all this. Okay, so maybe I misunderstood Kalthofer, or whatever it was. From the very beginning, I had warned him that I don't trust anyone, and I'm like this. I get really insane. But I didn't say that I start to abuse. Those are my cases on life. I mean, he's seen my video about my brother, and he said he was crying and all this. But don't worry about it. The United Arab Emirates has taken care of all that. So I, so, so and Saudi Arabian, um, I I hope to see a change there too. So that too, and please let's leave our biases behind. At at least try. All right. I know it's very difficult. Even now, I felt I was going to go crazy when I looked at when I showed you this verse here in my previous live stream, where it's oh God. Uh, so time and no, I'm in this shock. I thought death. The first time when I was in the beginning when I was doing videos like dark here, uploading them and explaining, um, it wasn't easy. It's very difficult. I went mad in the bathroom, this, that, reciting Nohas and all. Then went on Facebook live stream, going mad and all. Again, but it's still ongoing. I don't know how people have come out. If those who have, the Shias even, are now ex-Shias and ex-Muslims. Oh God, thank you, lucky stars. But somehow, because of my condition, I somehow can't get out of this. Every time it hurts like hell, and I feel I'm so scared with the headache and all that I'm losing my mind, and a very bad feeling inside, very negative, consuming me and plaguing me. And sorry, I can't control myself. So I thought I'm not, like, I shouldn't be doing this. There are many times I was thinking, I shouldn't come here. I shouldn't be doing this because I'm not eligible for this. And so, but still, I come here and do this. So please cooperate. I somehow push myself or something that someone for someone or something. Can't explain. I don't want to. So I come here. Oh, you have believed, do not enter the houses of the prophet except when you are permitted for a meal without awaiting its readiness. But when you are invited, then enter. So, indeed, I just want to skip this and talk about this part of the verse like I did in my previous live stream, that we can take it from here. Indeed, that behavior was troubling the prophet, and he's shy of dismissing you. But Allah is not shy of the truth. So, taking, I'm confused here. I don't know what the Shia interpretation of the Quran is, or the Sunni, about this and the tafsir. And the tafsir. But shouldn't the Prophet be so God conscious that he only does what God wants him to do? And he doesn't depart from, you know, this, what do you call it? His feelings and God's feelings. But you would say he's after all a human being who eats and drinks, and God doesn't eat and drink. But would you take it here and say he's after all a human being? God doesn't drink and eat. But when it comes to feeling, he only does what God tells him to do. We were told this, right, in Shia Islam. And I thought that he should also feel the way God would want him to feel. Because it's aligned with God. He's one with, it's like, he's not, I don't know how to say, he's connected with God. So, okay, here he's shown as as a prophet who feels shy of his Sahabas, or guests he's invited to to his houses. Do not enter the house of guests. He's invited to his house. Sorry, why should I apologize now all the time? Hey, Mom was saying, don't apologize all the time. It's the sign of hypocrisy. No, I don't know what the exact saying is. But if you're a believer, then you don't apologize. You just don't sin. You have fear. You have taqwa of God. So that. Except when you are permitted for a meal without. So this prophet, oh, you have believed, do not enter the houses of the prophet, except, just imagine Zed is here, that poor Zed, because this is on the night of, this ayat came down, I was told. So let's see when tafsir of Surah Hazab 53 on the, but I don't want to go to tafsirs right now when I'm in the flow of, I'm trying to show you the tafsir. No. Let's go back to that, right? So hope if I've made a mistake about the tafsir, you can correct me. I think I was told it's come down on the night of Zainab bin Josh's uh, with Prophet Muhammad, wedding night. So this verse comes down because now now we are told it troubles him. It's troubling the Prophet. Indeed, that was troubling the Prophet. So it's come down afterwards. Indeed, that was troubling the Prophet, and he is shy of dismissing you. Now, whether it came afterwards or that night, I don't know. You can read in the tafsir. So I don't want to waste time going to the tafsir. It's going to take a long time. And we have here, but this is important, right? Let's see. It was troubling. It was, he was troubled. Yeah. So any English speaking person seeking to remain for a conversation, indeed, that was troubling the Prophet. So it doesn't matter if it's come on that night or just afterwards, or what, this was troubling the Prophet. It was troubling the Prophet now. Or that has been troubling the Prophet. Okay? But it's troubling for the Prophet. It's troubling for the Prophet, right? And he is shy of you. Dismissing you, minkum may mean, I don't know. But Allah is not shy of the truth. And when you ask them, so this, you see, Allah is not shy. Why has he made the Prophet here shy? We would say, the Shias would say, this is etiquette, this is a human, Prophet in human form, or whatever the reason may be. Or maybe, oh my God. This is, sorry, not my book. Not the book, not the book that has come on my heart. So we have to study it and see what the Shias, oh God. Anyways, that I've just decided to go here. Now you'll see some people will say, oh, she from one side this, from the other side that. I called offer. So we have this 53. Let's see what the Shias have to say again. I keep forgetting. See here. I hope the Shia Sunni both agree on this, so I don't have to waste time going to the Sunni hadith. Akamedipuya. No, here. O you who have believed, do not enter. Generally, it's an essential principle of refined society to show deference to all women. To the mothers of the believers, this respect was due in a higher degree due to their connection with the Holy Prophet. Just boils my blood. Holy Prophet. From behind a curtain implies hijab, veil. Akka Medipuya says this verse shows that there was a noticeable dearth of good manners. If you do not if you do a thing openly or do it in secret, then surely Allah is cognizant of all things. There is no blame on them in respect of their fathers, the brothers, not the brothers, sisters, my hands. Surely Allah's witness. Be careful of your duty. Anyway, this. Okay, I'll just go. Sorry, so this is online. I'll try to come back to this, and their conduct was Surah Nur at 20. Sorry, the commentary of Surah Nur. Their conduct was. I just go to. Sorry, I couldn't read it out loud. I'm not. Hope you got the commentary. You could. Hope it focuses here. Surah Nur. What was it? Oh God! So so looking at my mind and my behavior, very, very smart people. Where's the Surah Nur? Where's the ayat? One what? Did you say Surah Nur? Commentary of Nur. 271? Surah Nur doesn't have 271 ayats. What's this? No, there's no. Surah Nur doesn't have so many ayats. Maybe it meant anyways, maybe there are many. Aka Medipuya says, in order to create love and friendship among the believers, the traditions based upon superstitions have been removed. There's no blame on the blind. What's this? Only those are believers who believe in Allah and His Messenger. Only those are believers. Oh, so you take that ayat for Baduan, that don't call yourselves believers. You are Muslims. Call yourselves Muslims. Then you come here, you take this ayat. Only those are believers who believe in Allah and His Messenger And when they are with him on a momentous affair, they go not away until they have asked his permission. Oh, surely they, surely they who ask your permission are they who believe in Allah and His Messenger. So when they ask your permission for some affair of theirs, give permission to whom you please of them and ask forgiveness for them from Allah. This is, what is this? Sorry, excuse me. Only those ask permission, momentous. Oh, so this is the ayat here. This verse explains, Fallahu anka. Allah makes allowance for you. In verse 43 of Al. No, don't tell me I have to go to another verse. Barat. Barat. Allah has already given the Holy Prophet authority to give or refuse permission to whomsoever he liked in the exercise. Excuse me. Shouldn't he tell he's allowed to give permission or not to give permission? Those who asked his permission to leave in Al-Barat verse 43 to 45 were hypocrites. Oh my God! Do you see it? Those who asked his permission. Now how to leave? Somewhere, I mean, during the war or before the war, they asked his permission. Wait a minute. Those who asked his permission to leave, okay, that's in like Al-Barat 43 to 45, were hypocrites who did not want to take part in the defensive preparations, war. Therefore, were blamed and condemned. Now he's made them so scared. Now, after so many wives, when he's married to Zainab, when he's that night or the next day, this ayat comes, maybe. Because he's too shy to tell. Should he be shy? He has, with his Allah, using his Allah. Oh my God, if you can. Oh, please. And also, sometimes there's like, I also had a cognitive dissonance because God knows the subtle words, or I couldn't trust in call to offer. I've always had that maybe he's a Shia or something, and I don't know. So please do your research. I'm just with the help of Allah, the idol worshipping Allah, I show you this, and or some spiritual. I don't know how this time I've survived to do this. So whoever has helped me, and whoever has given me protection and safety, I cannot say how grateful I am. As incapacitated I am, crippled, I contemplate, go live stream on Facebook, I come here, right? So when I come here for these Islamic things that I'm doing, you must do your research, because there could be and take your time, but after this, for sure do your research on. Think about it, right? Do your research so that you've not missed anything. How shall I say it? Sorry, I've had a headache slightly there. It didn't get too intense, but I still have the headache. So when I have this headache, I become even more worse in explaining. But I thought I will come here because it's not that bad. And maybe I can struggle in explaining. So if you would cooperate, or you have believed, do not enter. See, and he is not shy. Allah is not shy, but he's shy of you. Where's the, surely he gives, forbears you. Allah does not forbear from truth. Ask of them any prophet. But he forbears from you, and Allah does not forbear from the truth. Shakir. So this could be the true translation word from the Shias. Generally, it is an essential principle of refined society. Aka Mehdipuya says this verse shows that there was a noticeable dearth of good manners, Allah, 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 in the companions of the Prophet. Holy their conduct, manners, was annoying and objectionable. Maybe they were scared because the Prophet was, because here, Prophet says, okay, now I give you permission to leave. You see, because here, in the rightfully so, Surah Nur ayat. Oh my God, don't don't tell me it's war and all this. I won't accept that, because you see, it's they are being called hypocrites. They must be confused. It's a real tragedy for human beings. Those who asked his permission to leave, you can check Surah Barat at 43 to 45, were hypocrites who did not want to take part in defensive preparations, therefore were blamed and condemned. Right? Now they must be scared. They must be there at the wedding. Okay, this is war thing, preparations of defensive war, but for the war, but that now he's got them scared. This is the time when he gets married to Zainab. How many wives does he all have? And the marriage is celebrated. They must have come, right? And nothing, no shyness, nothing. But now shyness has come, and we're told in the verse that this that you maybe they were, some of them were staying on that they were expecting Prophet Muhammad to say, okay, now you leave, or something like that. Because you see, everything is in his hand. God has given him authority to give or refuse permission to whomsoever liked. I had enough. He liked in the exercise of his impartial discretion. Sorry, excuse me, really, I had enough, what a tragedy. You see why these people may be Sahabas and all confused. Just drop this holy prophet, I mean the whole religion, as like a hot potato you would drop, right? But, I mean, I hope you know what I mean. I would tell you, now it's up to you. You can do your own research you can look at it, because when I got the cognitive dissonance, I could understand subtle this, subtle that. It's very, very subtle there in Surah Azab. I, and then you go that what, even if Galtoffer meant, okay, that he was telling me here in Surah Azab ayat, you see, it slipped, or I had a cognitive dissonance. And I started to blame him that you're steering me here and there. You are a Shia, and then this and that, right? Is it? So this is difficult here, and in no way should a male believer, female believer, when Allah and His Messenger have decreed a command. No, 37. Uh, what's this? While you concealed within yourself that which Allah is to disclose. This is a bit like, if you're, what do the Christian critics say about this? While you concealed within yourself that which Allah is to disclose. So I have gone completely blank on this, right? Where's the footnote? I'm trying to push on this number 2 so I could get, i.e. Allah's command to the Prophet to marry Zainab after Zaid divorced her. This was to demonstrate that a man may marry a woman formerly married to his adopted son. It says nothing about Prophet Muhammad. This is what he concealed, not his feelings of lust and all that. So what the Christian critics say and what Kalthofer may be pointing out is a different matter. So if, so this is very, like, I thought that I got angry at Kalthofer, thinking that he's only leading me to this, and that he's using me to, show the Christian critics of Islam and others, even atheists, ex-Muslims, that they're wrong about this. Because it's very difficult to, unless something like a very genius Christian critic, atheist, ex-Muslim can point out. My mind slipped. I was like, what are you saying? While you concealed within yourself that which Allah is to disclose, and all this, right? I could understand. And, but very easy, very easy. Forget this, right? You don't have to go through all this. You just, so you take ayat 53 of the same surah. Oh, you have believed. Do not enter the house. It's here. Right? Unnecessarily blaming Sahabas. And what has this gotten us into, the Muslims? When I was, Yani, I'm one of you, I was one of you. Okay, so, you know what this has gotten? The Sunnis can't see this, that there's any hypocrisy in the Sahabas. All Sahabas, one grade, two second grade, who were there but didn't see him. There was, who was there? I've forgotten his name. Karki. नहीं, Karki तो होती है when you don't have money. Uwais Karni. Karki. Uwais Karni. There are all these grades of Sahabas. Uwais Karki. No, sorry, excuse me. So, hello, Sunnis. They were hypocrites. But this, no, no. But this, yeah, the ayat says, Surah Nur, the ayat says they were hypocrites. Who, the Sahaba, yeah, Ali Imran and his messenger. So when they ask your permission for some affair, whom please them ask forgiveness for them from Allah. Oh, so they have to ask Allah's permission. No, no, Prophet Muhammad's permission if they want to leave. And those, so, oh, no, so it doesn't say here who are the hypocrites, but here they, you see, partially Prophet Muhammad with his Ali and his followers got this. And the Sunnis got that dare you say anything to the Sahabas, and they got that, right? I say both of you leave Islam. Salafi brother also came here that day. You see what he said? You were never, what, Muslim, right? No. Salafi brother, why would you kill Shias, right? Would you kill Shias? He's not here. He or she. Oh, Salafi sister. Salafi group. Because it's just Salafi group. Or maybe a channel here. It's a channel, Salafi. So how many people are there? Now, I hopefully show you. Why wouldn't you see this reason, right? Allah indeed knows those who steal away from among you, concealing themselves. Look at this. So I cut myself short. Oh, Allah indeed knows those who steal away from among you. They steal away. Meaning they leave without asking your permission, concealing themselves. Very good, very good. The concealing word as themselves. Allah and His Messenger. No, His Messenger, Allah's Messenger didn't conceal in his heart or himself what Allah was to reveal. Therefore, let those beware who go against His order, lest a trial afflict them, or there befall them a painful chastisement. You see, those believers, you, listen, like that. What? Do not hold the messengers calling you among you to be like your calling one to the other. Allah indeed knows those who steal away from among you, concealing themselves. Therefore, let those who beware who go against His order. Messenger's order, because this His is H is not capital. His order, meaning i.e. messenger's order, lest a trial afflict them. Oh, so he feels shy to tell you. Allah doesn't feel shy. But it's not written right like that. But Allah, the ayat, what's that ayat 53 part? Allah does not shy, does not shy from telling you the truth. Oh my God, this is a terrible religion. So if you have cognitive dissonance right now, let this sink into you. You may be getting angry at me, right? You would want to kill me. You may be cursing me. Then you go and you do your own research, right? So, and don't blame the Shias because the believers are very few when you do. Read tafsirs and all. Even his uncle of Abbas, what happened? You know, from Ibn Abbas, Abbasid empire came up. Abbasid caliphates came up. So many divisions, Umayyad, Ali, meaning Shias of Ali, Abbasides and all this. So are you Sunnis going to depart from Umayyad Caliphate? Then you go to Abbasid. You will accept Harun Rashid and Mamun Rashid. Harun Rashid killed Imam Musa Kazim, and Harun Rashid and Mamun Rashid killed his son Imam Ali Raza, who is in Mashhad. His shrine is there. Right? Very few believers must have remained. Even the two wives had gone cases in Surat Tahrim were told. So when I tell you Sunnis, Shias to unite, then don't blame the Christians. I can blame the Christians. You can't blame the Christians. And if those Christians are helping the Shias, even I can blame them. Right? But you can't blame them. Because ISIS, even the Sunnis have united with the Shias against ISIS and all this. Now, can you blame me? So when I'm telling you can you blame the Christians? So unite, be inclusive, be at peace, and immediately stop these punishments meted out to apostates and all this. Because do your research, right? So that if you're getting angry at me here, cursing me, do your research. So I'm going because I've had enough of this. What? And no. So I'm going to work it out here. And no, I won't get it. I'm also shocked. I mean, I got it, but then the mental distress starts to rise, right, in me. And I'm like, oh my God, what is this? What did I actually believe in? You see how the Imam Hussein thing has covered up and all this. Who was the tyrant and who was the concealed? No. So where's it? Surah Nur at 63. Wait a minute. So, sorry. Please bear with me. And please cooperate. I've forgotten Surah Nur. See how quickly. I'm not well. Whether it was 63 verse or 62 concealed. No, I have to work. You sure? So you then later on please look yourself, right? Because maybe I also may not be able to explain properly here to you. And you might think I have ulterior motives or something. I'm truly an ex-Shia and an ex-Muslim. I'm never coming back to this religion. But my reason is gone. Reason I applied and everything. I did my research. Do not make your calling of the messenger among yourselves. And so slip away, concealed by others. Allah knows of those who slip away, concealed by others. No, it says concealed by others. Allah already knows the ones you ones of you who sneak away seeking shelter, i.e. to disobey Him. Beware, oppose. Let's see if I can use this verse for Surah Azab, verse 37, in connection with that. Slip away among you under shelter. Aja, it doesn't say Lewada. Slip away among you under shelter. So let beware those who oppose from His orders, lest befalls them a trial, fitna, or you see, musibat. You see, Urdu word musibat. You see, befalls, no, this doesn't say musibat, but befalls them a punishment, painful punishment. I think he's a warmonger, and he wants them to fight. That's why they hide. But that's my opinion. After I've come to, do not make calling dua of the messenger among you. You know what dua means? It means supplication. No, it means call. It's not nida. It's dua, calling. That's why the Shias have made it dua, like we're doing dua. Do not make the. I'm dead. How many things I'm confused about, so many questions come up at times in my mind. Calling the messenger of the messenger. Calling. The moment you call the messenger, it's like a dua. You're supplicating. Among you, as the call of some of you to others. The moment you say, Ya Rasulullah, it means, that's it. What do you want? So, salli, this sallu, this, like that you have to be very careful how you call him. It's like perhaps it should be taken as a supplication or something to Allah. No, I'm just, I haven't even looked at the tafsirs. So just examining through my head roughly. Some of you, Allah knows, those who slip away among you under shelter. So beware those who oppose from His orders. You Khalif. His orders, where is it? Have I missed something? It's not Allah's orders. I mean, it's the same, right? It should be. Allah's orders slip away under shelter. Some of you others, Allah knows those who slip away among you under shelter. So let beware those who oppose from His Amrehi. His orders. His orders. Oh, you see? So you better make sure that Prophet Muhammad and Allah, there's no difference. Shirk Allah nahi hai. It's like, he should be an avatar actually. No, but he's shaitan. Don't compare Hindu religion to this. Because he says the polytheists, about really bad things about polytheists. Yes, his orders, lest befalls them. Wait a minute. You scare these people, I'm going to kill you. You know, like, huh. No, I'm just joking. So, jokes aside. So, now let's catch him here. Let's catch him. Let's catch him. And remember, O Prophet, when you said to the one on whom Allah bestowed favor and you bestowed favor, keep your wife and fear Allah, while you concealed within yourself that which Allah is to disclose. Now tell me, even if it is Allah's command to the Prophet to marry Zainab after Zaid divorced her, do you think that would be fair to Zaid? He knows this was to demonstrate that a man may marry a woman. Yes, whatever it was to demonstrate and make it easy for you believers. I want to hit myself. It hurts so bad. You know that movie? Psycho nahi bano abhi wapas se. They'll teach you such a lesson here. She's going insane. She's mad. Wait a minute. Steel Magnolias. Mata. Oh, no. God. So, forget what the Christians say. That he was concealing in his heart his lust for Zainab. No. Even if we take this footnote, i.e. a tafsir, meaning Allah's command to the Prophet to marry Zainab after Zaid divorced her. This is what he was concealing. Okay? Is who in their right mind? Allah's command to the Holy Prophet to marry Zainab after Zaid divorced her. Allah's command to the Prophet to marry Zainab after Zaid divorced her. Now I'm losing it. Allah's command. Tafsir is there, right? Doesn't have to be mentioned that is Allah, because later on it says here that but if Allah has commanded Prophet Muhammad already, right? What a pathetic marriage counselor. When you say, oh no, the Shias will say that, now oh God. What are the Shias going to say? When he said to the one on whom Allah bestowed favor and you bestowed favor, keep your wife in fear Allah, while you concealed within yourself that which Allah is to disclose. While, remember Shias, remember now. Let me first check. While in ruku, and they give zakat, while that Surah Maida verse. So what do you say? Is it while? Oh, so Shia say what maybe Cult Offer was trying to take me to, that to keep bestowed favor on him, keep to yourself your wife and fear Allah. But it says fi. No. What tukhfi. Wa. Here, Shias can use while you concealed, right? Because there also, while he was in ruku, wa could be and, while, but. Conjunctions. Words, right? Conjunction. What do you call it? While you concealed. So, while Rasul, this Prophet, concealed within himself, while you concealed within yourself, who is concealing? The Prophet is, not Allah. Allah is concealed. The Prophet is like two, huh? Or one. Now tell me, the word hiding in himself, he's hiding in himself. Or should if this was hidden in him and he didn't know until Allah disclosed it, right? Disclosed it. Okay, if the Shias, okay, Shia say that Allah disclosed it. The Shia interpretation is that while it was concealed within him, what Allah was to disclose to him. Right? If you want to change the form of the ayat also. You see? And not is if for a believing messenger called decided. No, here. So you bestowed favor, keep, yes, fear your wife, fear Allah, and keep your wife, fear Allah, but you concealed what tukhfi within yourself, nafsika, what Allah was to disclose. This Arabic, I hope, if there's a Saudi Arab here, can you please tell me what this is? Salahuddin, does this ayat say that fi in you concealed, within, in yourself, in you was concealed, within yourself, what Allah was to disclose to you? Now, okay, let's not waste our time here because I spend many, right? Salahuddin doesn't know what the Arabic means here. So I spent so many live streams showing ayat 36 also to be, not to reason. I mean, he forced Zainab to marry Zaid with the tafsir I took, right? And who is going to bring the true tafsir? Do you think after these false tafsirs, Imam Mahdi is going to come and bring the true tafsir? Huh? Sorry, but do you think that the Imams that have gone by have not given us the true tafsir? They're religious scholars. They're trusted believers. Huh? So where's the tafsir now? Shia tafsir. So as I'm being molested, I'm going on. Please see this. What is the Shia tafsir again? Oh my God. What a Shia tafsir on this 37th ayat of Surah Azab. Ahzab. Okay, sorry, I cannot breathe properly, that's why. Oh, man's responsibility. Wait, just, sorry, excuse me, I want to read this 39th tafsir on the 39th verse. Those who deliver the message of Allah and fear Him, and do not fear anyone but Allah, and Allah is sufficient to take account. Man's responsibility is to Allah, and particularly a prophet's submission to Allah's will had to be of the highest degree. In conveying Allah's message or in carrying out His commands, a prophet had to fear none other than Allah. Okay, doesn't really help much, but no. So the tafsir, we are told that see commentary for verse 36, right? So all this, first of all, it has commentary of 36, then freedom of choice. The Holy Prophet tried his best to prevent separation between them because Zainab's reputation would be ruined. But as her marriage should be according to Allah's plan, a source of happiness, not torture, Islam permits the bond of marriage to be dissolved. Right? But here I'm sorry it cannot allow this to happen because she was forced to marry Zaid against her will. When a believer when a believer is forced, like think about it, right? It's like here. It is not like here now or after his death. He is present there and he's giving orders. And it is very clear that Zainab should. So tomorrow, okay. If I can raise my voice like this, that Zainab should marry Zaid against her will even. This is for Zainab. Read in context, right? Now, if the Prophet is no more, and Prophet Muhammad had to teach Zainab a lesson to come down, except those who are below him, because below her, in lineage, because then, but not Fatima, right? Fatima had to marry Ali. He should have used his daughter for this law, right? Anyways, he uses Zainab, gets a fourth marriage, and then when the Shia say this in the commentary section, that marriage should be a source of, so, and not this, so you can dissolve the marriage. Now you Shias work it out. I really have a, oh God. Work it out if this marriage should be dissolved when she was forced to marry Zaid. And it was an order by Allah and the Messenger in this case. in this case, this was that when Allah and His Messenger have decided a matter, what was decided? That Zainab has to marry Zaid. Then there should, in this particular marriage, you can't apply the divorce thing of Islam. This also point to be noted. But the Shias might tell you, no, you can. No, but it Islamically, when an order has to be carried out, an order has to be carried out, and when an order is given, this is on a marriage, right? In this particular case, in context. So I'm giving you the context here, because this is coming from the Shias. And once I'm done with the Shias, hopefully I can go to the Sunnis and help them leave Islam too. So, if this part I missed, where it says, yes, which I missed, that a divorce, so before coming, divorce? Okay. So you see, a source of happiness, not torture. Islam permits the bond of marriage to be dissolved. But please, so it says here, but as marriage should be according to Allah's plan. Allah's plan. And this was not only Allah's plan, but an order to Zainab, not a suggestion. So you can't apply the rule of divorce here, Islamic rule of divorce in this case, for Zaid and Zainab. Can you? Think, oh, I put my hand here where on my mic. Can you apply the same where there is an order, there's a command, you cannot disobey, right? So you can't apply the divorce, Islamic divorce thing here, law, rule, because it's an order. So how are the Shias telling us, the Imams, or any, or even if it comes from Prophet Muhammad, since it does, because it's in his time and she took a divorce. No, he gave her the divorce. There's an outright contradiction, very, very clear to see. Right? So this point, so many points, if I missed, like this point I missed, I mean, I've done hours and hours, but I missed this point. So about the divorce thing, if you got fooled and deceived in thinking, since we gave you to marriage and the divorce also, Prophet Muhammad was said, let it be. The order, what happens to this order, command? Zainab wasn't carrying it out. How, when you submit your will to Allah and the Prophet, both of them, you don't have a say, you don't have a choice, and neither can you apply your feelings later on and say, oh, sorry, I can't reconcile with my feelings that are coming up still, that I'm not equal to that. So what happens? It fails, right? That even the Prophet Muhammad, another point has come up. Zainab, that Prophet Muhammad then married her to give her that, after all, give her the high status. Ha ha ha. Is this a cartoon I'm talking about? You've toyed with our lives, Prophet Muhammad. this a cartoon? Circus? So before I get all out of hand and start screaming and shouting and saying things, I better stop. Thank you so much.